Yes, I am.
Welcome back, Internet.
Welcome back, everyone. We're the Grin brothers.
And no,
apparently, we're not really grinning. We
have
finally got back here.
1,001 points. I'm dead, apparently.
Yeah.
You're dead as well.
And oh
Jesus Christ!
What is wrong with this game?
Right,
Couldn't they see the problems?
Jump. Run,
Was Sony that
jump,
desperate to have
jump,
something out in the holidays?
Run. Bounce. Through here. Don't go off the cliff. Run.
Run up here.
Run. Jump.
Jump.
Bounce.
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 Bounce over here.
Run. Don't jump into that.
Bounce there.
Run.
Run,
Jump
run.
over that. Run.
What? Oh, you need to keep running there because
But you can't run too fast because you slide off the edge.
I was trying to avoid doing what you did, and
Yeah.
then I did the opposite, which still resulted in death.
Run. Jump. Bounce. Jump.
Jump,
Jump.
jump, jump, jump.
Jump. Run. Jump.
Yeah, I died.
Run,
I
jump.
went too slow again. Oh, thank gosh!
Oh!
We've done it!
Finally!
Finally!
Wait, defeat Newton?
What?
We weren't fighting him.
Well, we weren't fighting a boss. What?
And also, all this water is literally just going to flood out
Don't-
his open mouth.
Yeah, is that the end? I mean, that.
Let's see.
I mean, that was a
The
good
final
way
cutscene.
in a theory, that was a good way to combine all the levels and such and the characters and whatnot. But that's not what I'd call a final boss.
We'll see.
After
A
minute
week's
or
loading
two.
time.
Yeah,
It didn't even use all of Sackboy's items.
yeah. And he used the helmet. Would have been hilarious if they had a part where you had to use the Illuminator to progress. Like, no, we're really just being
Big
assholes.
escape. Oh no.
We escaped a hat.
There wasn't even
Oh.
any water. No.
Oh, thank gosh, there's a proper final boss out here then. No, we're trapping it.
It didn't even render properly. Aren't we in the sky?
Yeah, I think, of all the people here, the person made of glass is probably, the most fragile.
Hold on. We
Why is the dog going so slow?
firstly.
Oh no, lag, stopping us, we're gonna die!
Firstly, why are these tea tins literally everywhere?
Yeah.
Like, why did?
And,
No, that's the creative heart or something.
the Creative Heart looks like
A giant
part of
heart.
Why are they changing what your characters look like?
Because they don't load properly. It can't load it in time for the cutscenes, so it uses a random look to then generate.
Well, it keeps using the same look for the potato.
Yeah, I think that's what it does. It uses like this one.
What did I say about the Titans, Newton?
I don't know.
I don't remember there being a strict rule.
You want my guidelines?
Newton! Don't question my ability to appear and disappear at will!
Come, let us return to Stitcher Manor.
Cool. Okay. Thought his father was dead, honestly.
Would have made sense to why Newton turned out to be such an ass. Structoid robot head.
This is creativity returning to everywhere.
Yeah.
Yay.
This is the creativity of Little Big Planet 3 returning. Too bad you couldn't have experienced it in the game. Burn!
Decorating your pod. You wouldn't want visitors to be unimpressed. Like you
Yeah,
were
I'd be loading them up Little Big Planet 2 instead.
The sad thing is
Maybe this
that's
is
true.
like a whole much better game, a Little Big Planet on PS4. Maybe that was their marketing strategy.
No.
Make people not want to play a PS3 anymore to get a PS.
Maybe the marketing
a PS3 anymore to
strategy
get a
is to
PS4.
get people to buy this game to then buy Little Big Planet 2 to experience a better game.
Maybe Summit Digital just, after all the money they must have made from the Sonic and All-Stars racing
Wow, they're
series,
taking about long as
decided
get
to
ready
just,
to launch as a real
spend it
rocket.
all on alcohol and whatnot, and, we're completely wasted when making this. Hence the fact, or they shot to death the editor who had to, check check over things, and to actually make sure. Oh yeah, the bug tester guy just went missing. That's what happened when he took drinks. Just
Or maybe
disappeared.
this isn't supposed to be run on a PS3.
Though I can't see anything that would make it require a PS4 requirement. I mean, this game doesn't seem as impressive as what it does as the PS.
Told them,
As LBP3.
Shut up.
Newton is forever in your debt, as too am I, on behalf of my slim-witted son. Now, Newton, how are you getting on with that dimensional doorway?
What?
Well, he did get us here in the first place. So he can actually make something.
As good as new. You sure you don't want me to come with you all? I'm sure I'd be a great help. I know a few jokes.
Now, to be fair, I'd rather take him along than Potato, Dog, and Bird.
Yeah, he's at least. Well, okay. Well, dog and bird are at least things. You know, animals. Potato's just a potato.
Well, the thing
Also,
is,
why are they coming with us? They're not even from. They're,
the
they're
dog-
moving away from their home.
the
They're
dog-
from here.
the dog isn't-
not from where we were from.
the dog isn't technically
Yeah.
necessarily a dog.
We're taking the dog, potato and pump and bird back to Little
No.
Planet 2 so they can be in a good game.
Hold on. Name, Oddsock. Thing, lizard, dog, small horse.
The third Titan fearlessly. I ably navigated the belly of the beast before.
I mean, to be fair, he did actually have more guts than literally all of us.
Big Planetian, as Newton tries in vain to rewrite the events we have just witnessed with our own peoples, we
Yeah.
say farewell to our brave band of friends, heroes who worked together to
I
make
don't.
things
Yeah, they unfortunately none of them were bug testers for this game.
bonded
You know, like,
together
read
in
that.
the
It's not
noble
actually a
crusade
dog. They don't know what it
Lizard, dog, small horse. Who knows?
is. Even we don't know what we were doing on this game.
Again, they were drunk.
Um,
It's like JonTron's Sega employees video. What's a Sonic? Except they were like, what's a sack thing?
we don't know, because you don't know. You keep changing what it is. Sack boy, sack thing, sack it.
Kid.
Celestial plane of potential, this stellar collective of wide-eyed wanderers and wonders.
You know what the sad thing is?
What?
Little big.
I guarantee you that pretty much every stage that has been created in the creator mode is better than this. Credits.
Are you sure it won't still lag just as much though? Whoa, gee whiz! How are we supposed to see that?
I can see it.
That red's just
I can see
awful. I can't make out a single layer in the red.
it fine. Well, you're blind, so I don't think that really counts as a good argument.
That just doesn't work well.
It works fine,
The layers mold together.
because you can't read.
Director 2-player development? That looks like 2 and a P. How do you turn an O into a 2?
What are
I
you
can understand an
reading?
F to a P, but... They had a lot of artists on the game. They must have forgotten programmers. Head of 2F 3D.
Where did you get the F?
3D artist, graphic artist, UI artist, lead character par, 3D character artist, external art supercat.
What?
Yeah, I can't read any of this!
You know what? I'm just going to leave you to what you
Audio
are doing.
lead, although I can barely tell that's an L, so it looks like the
I'm gonna-
underscore EAD.
No, way back here.
Programmees. I'm assuming there was an R somewhere, but it didn't look like it. Oh no, they had a lot of programmers apparently, like tons. Feel ashamed.
They'd spent a lot of
Development
time programming
support.
that much lag.
Tele-T analyst. External COE support. Lead Euro assigner. For some reason there's the Euro symbol there. Level degrees, design degrees. Lead of tester.
Luke Furkill.
One person to test it. Feel ashamed, Luke Furkill. Although actually maybe this is like an ET situation. He did an impressive job all things considered.
Yeah.
production manager, Martin Vorken, wasn't here for most of it. And
Tara Strong
they made
was people I don't think we ever actually met.
yeah, and they made the yellow text even smaller than the red text. It's a little bit clearer though than red, which just seems to be blurry. I'm surprised they wanted to make people's names so clear for this version.
Ah.
Again, it must be a case that Little Big Planet 3 has to run on a PS4.
Well,
Which is
it
ironic.
probably does run a lot better on the PS4.
Yeah.
That's
Anyone...
really
Okay, if anyone actually watches our show.
No,
anyone
we
who
We'll
has
just-
played the Little Big Planet 3 on the PS4,
Liam, we'll just look up someone else's Let's Play of it.
tell us if this is actually any better on the PS4.
Pete, we'll just look up someone else's playthrough.
Okay, so then, I think it's pretty evident, but what did you think of this game?
Disappointing.
That's just going to be your one-word summary for the entire thing, or?
Well, it could have been a lot better. It had the potential, and it done goofed. I mean, maybe the bonus content makes it better, but having just played the main storyline, the main story is very poorly constructed.
For me, I described Sonic Lost World as a creative but game lacking in polish. But I think this is an even more extreme case, because it's, again, creative with the nice ideas, but it never really implements these ideas often enough. I mean, after all, you only got, you didn't really get proper usage of swoop really at all. And it wasn't just lacking in polish, it was horribly lacking in polish.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it wasn't a matter of the executional ideas that weren't working, the game itself was struggling to work. Because it lags half the time. And it's like, it kind of just truly interferes in what could have been an enjoyable game.
Yeah.
It just gives, for instance, like, and you know, like for instance with Sonic Lost World, it's completely different from any other Sonic game. But
Yeah.
with Little Big Planet 3, while it does implement creative ideas into the mould of the Little Big Planet series, it in the end just turns out as a poorer version of the Little Big Planet series. So there's no reason to upgrade from Little Big Planet 2 to Little Big Planet 3, despite the new ideas it tries to add to the main formula.
Yeah.
Maybe Media Molecule were just too busy working on Tearaway, and Sumo Digital just had their B team working on this.
Maybe.
I'm not sure what could have been the result case for how come this game's so poorly running.
I don't know either.
Again, it could just
I think maybe
it could just be like we've seen to be fair, as in it was a PS4 game. Maybe they like downpoured it to PS3.
or maybe it's because they like made it on the PS4 and then were like, oh well, we want to make as much money out of this as possible, so we're going to put it on PS3 as well, despite the fact that we shouldn't be able to run on it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the third parties have been doing that sort of thing.
which is kind of silly in my opinion.
I mean, heck, Activision hired another team just to develop a PS3 and 360 version of their latest Call of Duty, which doesn't even get to have the main feature they are promoting the new Call of Duty on. I think the big feature they're promoting it on is that you can do the campaign 4-player.
Ah.
Well, I think it's probably online 4-player, but you can do it
Yeah.
4-player all the same. Whereas that feature has to be stripped back to only co-op for 360 and PS3 version. It's like, well, what's the point when it's your big feature? It's like, this current gen has started since 2012. We've had the Wii U, despite how some may say otherwise, the Ouya,
Yeah.
the Xbox One and the PS4. It's been long enough that we can say that there's not much point in developing for the PS3 and 360. Unless for whatever reason, unless someone's working on a Wii U game and decides rather than reaching the upper limits of PS4 and Xbox One, they can just multi-platform it on Xbox 360 and PS3.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how well that would work on PS3, although because Wii U is like a little bit stronger than both PS3 and Xbox 360. But the thing is, PS3 is cell architecture, whereas Xbox 360 and Wii U, I believe, actually run off similar architecture.
Yeah.
As in, I think it's PowerPC they describe it. Whereas PS4 and Xbox One are currently like x86. But yeah, I don't understand this sort of obsession with having the PS3 and 360 continue for this long. Maybe I can somewhat understand it in Japan, wherein the PS Vita is still being used a lot, and PS3's, any of the new gen consoles, despite sometimes having good sales, aren't selling particularly strong in Japan anymore.
See, I thought the idea would be when you release a new console, keep the previous gen alive for like
a year,
6 months,
yeah,
something like that, and then just gradually kill it off.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, well, Nintendo intend to kill them off prematurely, I think, which is the opposite problem.
Yeah.
You know, they'll suddenly reduce how many games they're making within the final year.
Yeah.
Which is what led to the Wii having stuff like only Mario Sports Mix for its final year for the Wii's release. Though I believe that is a game where you can use Mario and the gang to fight Behemoth in a basketball game, so...
What?
Or was that Hoops and Hoops? I know it could be either one, but I know because the Mario Sports Mix games and Mario Hoop is made by the same people who made Mario Hoops on Free on Hoops, which is actually Square Enix. So they had Final Fantasy characters, and one of the things is that you have to fight Behemoth at sports as a boss battle.
Yeah, I do remember that, but I don't know which game it is.
Yeah. Yeah, but then you got certain sort of companies who seem to be keeping the PS3 alive beyond the point it really should. I mean, it's good for me in the fact that I don't need to get a PS4. Because I
can't be bothered.
They announced, Vanillaware announced Odin Sphere HD, and it's like, this could be a game to convince me to get a PS4 on the PS3. Don't need one now. So I've got another game to get next year for the PS3 in 2016. 4 years after the next gen began, and 3 years after the PS3 successor has come out.
Has it really been that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, when it hits next year, it'll be 3 years instead.
That's weird.
I
mean, it doesn't feel like it's been that long.
Not really.
Why are we still watching these?
I don't know.
Why did it go on for so... I guess we got to fill time in anyway.
Yeah, I thought... Well, not really. This has gone past 15 minutes ages ago.
Really?
Yeah.
How long's this?
I didn't think this would last this long. We were at like 12 minutes before. This has been lasting for like 6 minutes of credits. How is it that so many people worked on this game and they didn't recognise any of these problems? Actually, that's probably a problem in and of itself. For instance, I looked it up. Apparently Sonic Heroes was made...
Someone's name is called Show.
Watch Dogs, which didn't end up being all that well polished. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I don't play many of those type of games, so maybe that's more of the reason why I enjoyed it. But I only had, I think, like 12, 14 people, and the game was completed in just over a year. Watch Dogs had 600 people working on it.
That's a lot of people.
Yes. And, while Sonic Heroes isn't exactly the best of games, it's pretty darn fun. And it's made by a much smaller team of people.
Winnie Tang.
And yet then you get all these like big games and they're just having two bigger teams. I mean, I think someone suggested the best sort of team size would really be about, I think, 40 to 60 people. Not sure how much time they're thinking that would take. But it's like, these teams are starting to become too big so they're not coordinating with each other properly. Like, for instance, there'll be people who like... There'll be so many artists who don't even have involvement with huge parts of the game because of how big the games are, and they're like...
Why do you need 500 people to work on a game anyway?
I said 600.
600, 500 is basically the same number.
Yeah, it's just weird.
No, it's unnecessary.
I mean, I'm assuming some of those people will be stuff like the marketing people who will get credits simply because they're helping marketing the game.
How many marketing people do they need?
I mean, it's like, that's part of the reason why, for instance, stuff like the marketing and such is part of the reason why Square Enix initially said that the Tomb Raider reboot didn't actually prove successful, because they spent so much money on actually marketing the thing and sort of making sure it was advertised and such, that even when it achieved like 3 million and was only second to Bioshock Infinite in its time of release for that year,
It didn't earn anything.
it didn't earn anything at that point. It eventually did, and apparently Square Enix said they learned a lesson that
Mohammed
long-time sales are
That's-
really helpful.
one hell of a name.
Oh great, licensed music. Luckily we hit the sound so low and we didn't hear anything of it, but luckily that won't cause any problems for us if we ever decide to actually earn money from this thing.
It's a good song because it means
I've
the
never,
credits are in
I've
it.
never heard of any of these people.
I'm not reading it. I'm practically asleep.
Les Baxter, Banana Boy.
Race Against Sunshine.
What? Panther Du Prince and the Bell Laboratory.
Shugo Tokunaru.
Skinny
Run.
Puppy.
Skinny Puppy Rodent Ken Hit White Marshall Remix DDT Mix.
Takashi Miyaki. I only have eyes for you.
That's a lie.
Written by Raphael Rundle.
Pacific Electric Music Publishing.
Written
The
by
Cordex.
J. Otis.
The Fiestas, The Four Aces, Mr. Sandman.
Oh yeah, Guillermo del
The
Toro
Heavy.
hasn't been having much luck lately.
Who?
Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, he's a movie man, ain't he?
Yeah, you know, he was working on PT with Hideo Kojima.
Yeah.
Well, apparently now Pacific Rim 2 is also being cancelled.
Yeah.
Because apparently there was a dispute between Warner Brothers and Legends.
I'd heard something about that.
Yeah. And I think Pacific Rim 2 was actually going to be focused on, more of a prequel. So it'd be in the time when people were popular. As in, there was tons of the robots and such.
You mean they would actually use a diverse set of combat?
Probably. I mean, I think the reason they probably only mostly used Gypsy was because, I'm assuming, how expensive it would have been to keep you having that many different diverse robots. That's why the simpler robot was the one who was used most often. Because it would have been less of a budget. They actually built the model for Gypsy. As in, at least as far as I remember, the upper half of the body of
Yes.
Gypsy was all...
I know.
Yeah.
But that's also a stupid reason.
No, I'm suggesting
was
this
gonna
is a
say,
reason it could be. I don't
He's
know
not
if
the simpler robot, considering one of them was basically a tin can with its
I
weapon
don't know
being
the exact
its
reason.
fists.
I'm conjecturing here.
I think it's Silver Surfer Ghost Rider Go. What?
What? No, don't. Silver Surfer has enough problems being associated with the current Fantastic Four series. You don't want to have him associated with other things. And he's had a good comic apparently recently.
Oh wow, that's right.
It's like, hey, Silver Surfer's getting comics still.
Pacific Rim was disappointing to me.
How is it that it's gone to 23 minutes? How long is the credits?
Well, how long have I been trying to sleep for?
I don't know.
Don't worry then.
Oh, it's
Wait,
almost
Factory
over.
of the Better tomorrow.
And it's
When
just
was
under
that
25
involved?
minutes. This is going to be such a long episode of such disappointment. So I guess people will be able to feel how we feel after playing this game.
They get that every time they watch any of our episodes.
Yeah, that was about right.
Just end, damn it! Just end! How many words can you cram that we don't care about? The origin of this code must not be misrepresented. It's already been misrepresented because it sucks! I want to do something more productive!
You remember when credits were only like 4 people's names?
I remember playing WoW's more productive than this! I want to go to bed or something! Anything,
It's only
really!
3 o'clock, Raph.
Continue?
My controller turned off.
Well, I'd rather continue than replay, so... Oh great, more loading screens.
Oh yeah, this is a familiar sight now, isn't it?
LVS Army Training's endless. You can play for the highest score in the world, but you'd probably rather shoot yourself!
So then, just in advance, thank you all for watching our playthrough of Little Big Planet 3. We have suffered for your entertainment.
Swear to God.
And I was right in the Unity. Yep, that is all then, folks.